Okay, so hopefully everything is working and we should be all live. Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's stream. It has been the first one in a couple of months really, but it is of course Game 1, State of Origin 2024. It's a big one nonetheless, so it is going to be very excited. I'm actually setting up the 9 now because I think it's like one of the times it's like, oh Christ, we do not actually have any sort of aspect of actually watching it. So just resetting the password as we speak, but we've got really an emphatic bit of time. There's no reason that we should be live at this point, but we are here nonetheless to essentially get excited and then watch State of Origin Game 1 together, reacting to see how that will go. So we're just if you actually the setup I actually have now. Oh, okay. Yep, we've got everything sorted. Dizzy on Ice is back. Let's go, boys. Can I flip the camera? I feel like flipping the camera actually might be a bit better. Flip vertically. Is that what we want to do? That is not what we want to do. We do not want to be upside down for this, but yeah, it's sort of an interesting game. Nonetheless, I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it all does go. I'm just going to try to listen back to see if there's any audio and how it sounds. Yep, that sounds pretty... Well, it sounds pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm going to start hearing some clicking. Here we go. Sports. The local NBA news. Probably just all about... honestly, probably mostly about Game 2. It's the Game 2 for the Women's Origin because, you know, Newcastle's hosting it. So that's the big spiel about that. So... bit of the Boomer stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. But, yeah, I think it's safe to say that we're probably going to do this several times during the night, but I think it's safe to say that we should go through the team lists currently as they stand for Game 1 and Game 2. For Game 1 instead of I'm saying Game 2 because we are a bit away from that one. So starting off with the backs is obviously... no real shocks here. You got James Tedesco and Reece Walsh. Obviously, Dylan Edwards being ruled out. Very interesting situation there, but I do think it's the right call. I think with Edwards being out, that it has to be Tedesco. I mean, an absolute veteran for the state, especially. I mean, like New South Wales, like he's been ridiculous in an essence. You got Brian To'o and Xavier Coates. That's going to be an interesting sort of battle. I feel like wing defense is going to be crucial for either side to take the game out here in Game 1. So, and the other wing pairing is, of course, Zach Lomax and Murray Talagi. And then you got the centres of Stephen Crichton, Joseph Akuso-Suali'i for the New South Wales, and Valentine Holmes and Hamiso Tabuafido for the Queenslanders. That is a ridiculous centre pairing. Like, damn. That is a bit ridiculous. Then we go, obviously, into the big halves pairings. You've got Jerome Luai and Nico Hines for New South Wales, Tom Dearden and Dally Cherry-Evans for Queensland. I mean, when it comes to New South Wales, sort of the expected players, to say the very least, Tom Dearden, I think, is going to go pretty darn well. I think, I mean, you've got Dally Cherry-Evans at halfback, so you're sorted. In an essence, you are very much sorted. when it comes into these sorts of positions. Now we go into the forwards, and this is where we're going to see some interesting sides. Jake Trbojevic, Reece Robson, and Payne Haas as the prop hooker prop positioning for New South Wales. Reuben Cotter, Ben Hunt, and Lindsay Collins for Queensland. Beef among beef, essentially. I think that's going to be interesting. It's I think it's the first time I think it's almost like something nearly 25 years of both Blue State of Origin captains being from the same club. Obviously, Jake Trbojevic and Daly Cherry-Evans. But I think this is going to be very cool to see how Robson goes as well, because a lot of people were talking about how it should have been Apisai Kurasau starting instead of Reece Robson. But I think you'll go well. Ben Hunt, I mean, what can you say? When he plays for Queensland, he's a bit of a different beast. Lindsay Collins and Reuben Cotter, just two absolute hard stalwarts. They're going to be pretty interesting to see how they go. Going into the second row, Liam Martin and Angus Crichton for New South Wales, Jaden Sewer and Jeremiah Nanai for Queensland. Excited to see how Jaden Sewer actually goes in this game. I mean, Nanai's amazing. Crichton's had a fantastic year, and Liam Martin, he wasn't going to miss this Origin series now, was he? But now, going into the locks, Cameron McInnes and Patrick Carrigan. You've got two different types of players here. You've got Patrick Carrigan, who's got the face of a beauty, and then you've got Cameron McInnes, who is a player who has got no fear whatsoever, because he has just got the face of a player you want in your forward pack. Just going to have absolutely no cares in what happens to his face. It's just... he's just gonna... I think it was even when he did the thing with Sportsbet in the interviews before then, I think he was already bleeding during the interview. So I reckon if any of the Blues players were to get colour, he would definitely be the first one. Now go into the bench, which I feel like is going to be very crucial. Like in a lot of Origins, I think this will be the main... where teams can win. So you've got for New South Wales, Isaiah Yeo, Hamal Olakau'atu, Spencer Leniu, and Hudson Young. For Queensland, you've got Harry Grant, Mawika Fodawaker, Jermaine Hopgood, and Selwyn Cobbo. I think right here, Leniu, Olakau'atu coming from the bench, that is going to be mental, to say the very least. But Cobbo coming off the bench for Queensland, I feel like he is going to be genuinely a massive threat for Queensland. And I feel like if it's a battle in terms of the benches, if Cobbo's on, I believe Queensland should be able to take the win there. And then going into the reserves, currently the 18th man is Matt Burton, with the last reserve being Mitch Barnett. And for Queensland, Felice Kafusi is the 18th man, with Ezra Mam as the last reserve. I feel like people have been calling for Burton to get the start in this, but I think it's just sort of, it is what it is. I mean, maybe you could have swapped him out for Hudson Young, maybe. But then you got Felice Kafusi, who I feel like kind of should have... It's two 18-mans who I feel like kind of should have been in the first grade side. So, essentially, and stuff like that. So that is the team list nonetheless. And we are now... What we do definitely need to fix that back up to normalcy. And there we go. It's very interesting. Going into this for this matchup, it could be a match where the connections are all excellent, so it's all very good, so there's no issues there. That is fantastic. Just trying to sort everything out, because I don't think, the stream genuinely, the actual, broadcast for State of Origin doesn't start for, another couple of minutes, and I feel like this is going to be very interesting none the less. We're just sort of trying to figure out ways if they're specifically... Oh, Christ, that's not good. Wait, no. Did I just screw up the stream? Oh, you are fucking joking. Hang on. Oh, no. Why did I do that? I didn't actually mean to fucking press that. That's ridiculous. I've accidentally pressed bloody sign out. Come on. Is the stream even like still going? For some reason it's saying that it is. Oh, two-step verification. Do you really need that? I actually cannot believe I've done that. I've literally just randomly pressed sign out. Not now. No, just sign me in so I can actually do the stream, because I feel like the stream has actually stopped. Now it says it's still going for some weird reason. I actually cannot believe that. That is ridiculous. Okay, so I don't know if we're even still live. Okay. Now, let's go into the actual studio bit. Create. Go live, just to make sure we saved everything, because this could be in absolute tatters. Oh, come on. Are we even still streaming? It would be amazing if it actually still is on. It still says we're streaming, so is it actually still saying we're streaming? That is actually kind of nuts. I actually want to check this. Did any of it cut out at any point? So at least we now know that streaming, you can still stream even if for some reason you're an idiot and decide to sign out. How does that happen? That's actually quite ridiculous. Okay, so it shouldn't be too far away now from the start of the match. Be nice if everything wasn't running as slowly as humanly possible. Okay, the news has ended, which means we are now ready for at least the start of the broadcast for Game 1 of State of Origin. I think it'll be interesting, this one. But so anyone who's joining this, welcome. We had a bit of an oopsie in the lead up to this, and we've still got about like an hour to go until the actual game starts. But we found out that you can still stream on the account on YouTube, even if you are an idiot and decide to sign out of your account. So that is I'm sorry, but that's actually it's actually kind of ridiculous, to be completely honest with you. That is like mental. I don't know how we've managed that, but we're still going ahead. Game 1 of Origin, though. Game 1 of Origin. It's live. Everything's still saying it's live, so I'm very happy that this is still all kicking off, really. Hello, Yusuf. How are we doing, my man? It's good to see. I hope everyone's excited. first time in a while actually of doing this stream. I do actually want to state before this, if the stream stops being slowing up. If you do like something like that, then it sort of fixes itself. Basically, no game footage of this is going to be shown on here, unfortunately, because the NRL are quite strict with their copyright, specifically with State of Origin. Like, they are nuts about it. But I should actually put in chat, actually, if you are in Australia, if you can create a 9Now account, enough to... Okay, hang on. What, as such, viewer... Yeah, okay, so it's starting to be a bit slow. Just going to try to close some tabs here to make it stop being so choppy. But yeah, so basically, that's what it did. I'm good, man. How are you? So this is not a live stream. I'm looking for a roast from my dad. He's overseas. There is NRL Watch, which I think is an account that you can create to look. I don't know if you have to pay for it. I don't think you have to, but it is where you watch NRL from outside of Australia. Whether or not that's live or not, we don't know. So I'm just gonna put into the chat actually of how to. Okay, is this all now sorted? Issues on such viewers experience will be buffering. Okay, we're getting that sorted. So let's go. How to watch Origin. Whoops. Okay, we'll try that again and actually have how to watch Origin in Australia. Create a 9Now account. If from outside of Australia, create an NRL Watch account. Okay, there we go. So that should pin message. So there we go. So that's how you want to watch Origin, as long as the stream may as well. So we actually have a vote in the poll. So we have New South Wales. Vote to nil. The stream's still buffering a little bit. Yeah, it's still a bit iffy. Just trying to figure out what's the best way. Oh, it's not live, so it might be fixed. Yeah, okay, so it still looks... Okay, it looks alright, but it's not as bad. Right. Oh, right, here we go. But yeah, it should be sorted. Just open the door straight away from me. So we are back. So the Blues have now left their tunnel, I believe, is what's happened. I think the cat's just hit her head. But okay, so the New South Wales are walking from, I believe it's the Pullman Hotel, which is located in Olympic Park, so they're doing their captain's walk out to the ground. All right, there's it. Rugby league history. Good to see you, my man. First little bit in the wild. So New South Wales are walking over from the Pullman Hotel into Stadium Australia as we speak, as we are now ready for pretty much just getting ready for game one, really. It's an exciting... It's weird. It's like over the lot, and here we go. Now the Queensland bus is coming in. It's Jonathan Thurston talking to Daly Cherry Evans. I was supposed to say 16. It just said 16 matches, Maroons matches for Cherry Evans. I'm like, surely he's played more than that. It's his 16th as captain, but he is a beauty, to say the very least. I mean, it is interesting where both Origin captains are actually somewhat like good blokes, nice blokes. It's Manly, I guess. They're shaking off the old adage of from the 90s. Good to see. But I think I think this is actually going to be a very decent match. Tickets are a bit interesting. I actually do want to get into that, actually. I think tickets are still available for game 2. I just want to have a look. I'm just going to go to tickets. Actually, no. The best thing would probably be is to go to get tickets. And I know this is going to be a little bit of a tirade, but my God, we need to talk about the ticket pricing for Game 1, which we're just going to transfer over to here because I am actually absolutely shocked. So here we go. So as you see, there are still like considerable bits of areas still that have still got tickets, but most of them are like, single seat, but you could buy like single seat only. So it will be a pretty decent crowd. I think they said it was about like 76,000 was sold prior to today, which is pretty much on par with the Matildas game against China on Monday. But if we look at the ticket pricing here, the cheapest tickets available is $64 with a restricted view. I'm sorry, but what? Like, for a frame of reference, right? So me and my brother went to the grand final last year, Penrith versus Brisbane. It was the first grand final we've ever been to. Our tickets were sort of in this, in terms of the map, I mean, we're in sort of like in like this area, like 606, 607. I don't actually know what that would constitute as like tickets. I don't know if that's basically in this sort of area, which I don't exactly know what that seating is. It could be gold, but there's bronze, $64. Okay. It might be in this sort of like 601, 606 area. Those cost genuinely about, I think, like $70, which is actually kind of interesting because we also went to Cronulla Roosters, which was the elimination final, and we had to pay like $90 per ticket. But that ticket was pretty much almost the same price as a State of Origin ticket with a restricted view. I'm sorry, but that is flat out ridiculous. And you're just seeing here, so if we go down more, so here you go, restricted view, which I actually don't exactly know where that is. Concession required, ID required. I don't pay. Also, if you do want to find good tickets, it's like cheaper tickets. You didn't hear this from me, but apparently you can allegedly use junior tickets because they allegedly don't check. Allegedly, I've never tested this officially. But as you see here, and you got, okay, family fun zone, $85. Gold seating, $184. Silver, $130. Tri-zone, $230. Diamond, $324. Genuinely, I think tickets are more expensive for this event than the grand final. And I understand it's like, State of Origin's important by that, but it's like, they talk about how people and, cost of living and people just can't afford to do stuff. But like look at these tickets here. Like, I think it's an absolute disgrace. Like, And it's just like, look, the only Origin game I went to was like 2012 Game 1. That was the one where Gallen punched Nate Miles and showed off his boxing credentials because he didn't knock him down, because that's what Gallen did. But it's just unfathomable about the ticket pricing, and it just really irks me. Like, ticket pricing, I think, for the NRL, especially when it comes to certain grounds, is like okay. It could be better, but then you've got like food and stuff, and it's just like, it's driving people away from the game, and it's like, and it kind of like adds to the addition of people saying about how, you know, AFL is a sport where it's best watched in person, while the NRL is a sport better watched on television. Because one of the big reasons is it's a lot cheaper. But yeah, I think genuinely the ticket pricing is ridiculous, but it has sort of worked because we're going to have potentially 80,000 there, but it's just, it's really scary. Okay, now looking into the poll in the thing, we've got 2 votes, and both of them have gone for New South Wales to take out Game 1 to head into Melbourne for a chance to clinch the series, because I feel like that's probably going to be the best game plan for New South Wales, is essentially get this Game 1, go to Melbourne, win that, take Game 3 out of the picture. Even if we lose that at Suncorp, just clinch the series. That's what you need. Because I feel like that in of itself is probably the most important thing. Should probably filter it back down to live chat and see how that does go. 3 votes now, and it's another one to New South Wales, which is, I don't know, it's kind of interesting because the current betting market, I think it's Queensland, are just about favourites for this match. And as we're now about it's now almost 7:15, so we're about 45-50 minutes away from kickoff, so we've got plenty of time. This is basically all this is. It's really just a test to see if I can just straight up yap for just a solid hour, even before the match has even started. As they're showing the tunnel and they're showing cricket. Is that Phil Wall? What has cricket got to do in New South Wales? Have they got they got a cricket lad talking about for the Blues about it, what the jersey means. It's like Michael Maguire, Steve Waugh, that's who it is. Yeah, it was bloody. I don't know why they've gotten, out of all the players you can get to talk about for Origin for New South Wales, you get Steve Waugh, the cricketer. Hey, he's a good cricket player. Got nothing against him, but it's they're showing the junior clubs. St Mary's. St Mary's is a pretty good side. Not gonna lie. Can't beat Maitland though. The one thing that I don't know, it's weird about when it comes to like the advertisement for Origin is because the big thing about in terms of the advertisement of it is like, you know, the physicality, the fights and stuff like that. But it's like, then you actually watch how the game's officiated now, and it's like they punish even like slightest infringements. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how the refereeing will be for this match, because the refereeing this season has been atrocious, consistent but terrible. So God knows what will happen for this match at least. But yeah, you go Core Stadium Game 1. And I do want to say, actually, we've got something here. This is for the, especially for this stream, for all the Origin streams. This is not that. We have a drinking game for Game 1. Pretty simple rules, but we've got 1 sip for every offload, line break, and knock on. 2 sips for a one-on-one strip, and 2 sips for every mention of either cane toads or cockroaches, obviously. You know, the old nicknames of the Origin sides. I was going to add a sip for every person in the crowd that looks like their parents were related, but let's face it, I don't want to die from from liver cirrhosis. I think I'd like to live. And that's before the pan to the New South Wales fans got him. To be fair, New South Wales does have a few inbreds their own. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Alright. You want to give you a prediction? No, come on. Just do it. I've said it now.
I don't know what the team sheet is.
You don't know what the team sheet is. Okay, we'll show you the team sheet actually. Okay. We have got
What's up?
special guest. This is Brandon. He's my brother. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing him. He has not seen the team sheet for game 1. So we're just going to transfer over to here. We'll try to extend this out so we can actually...
You know I'm blind.
So, there you are. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically... Just want to see how it looks when I stream down here. Okay. We'll try to make it a little bit smaller. Rightio. So, fullbacks. Yeah. Tedesco, Reece Walsh. What are your thoughts?
I mean, judging off recent form, it's pretty a one-sided battle here. Reece Walsh has got that position locked.
I mean, to be fair, I think Tedesco's been alright.
He's been alright, but just Walsh is just better.
Alright, there you go. Wingers, you got Brian Toto and Zach Lomax for New South Wales, Xavier Coates and Murray Talagi for Queensland.
Lomax, I feel everyone's giving him a lot of crap, but I think it's because he's a good winger in a crap team. If you get what I'm saying, no offense to any Illawarra fans, but
Illawarra haven't been a club for about 20 years, mate. It's St George Illawarra.
Same shit.
No, it's not. All right.
Yeah, they just haven't played well.
What about Toto?
I just don't like him.
Why don't you like Toto?
I just don't like him.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why?
I just don't like him as a player.
All right, Ray says, what about Murray Talagi and Xavier Coates?
I know.
He has no idea.
I've got no idea.
So Murray Talagi plays for the Cowboys. Xavier Coates plays for Melbourne. Coates is the one, that try where he gets flipped up into the air and was still able to ground it in the last minute against the Warriors.
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Oh, okay.
So who do you think wins the battle of the wingers here?
Talongi.
So Queensland.
Yeah.
All right, then. So centres, Stephen Crichton, Joseph Suali'i for New South Wales, Valentine Holmes and Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow for Queensland. What are your thoughts?
Queensland's won that.
Want to elaborate any more, or
just full stop? It's just obvious.
All right, he's a self-hating queen. We're getting some comments about some people's thoughts here. No one's. You're lucky I filtered some. Okay, now the halves pairings: Jerome Luai and Nico Hines for New South Wales, Tom Dearden and Daly Cherry Evans for Queensland. There was talks about Hines potentially being out, but he had a bit of a calf problem. But no, he is playing. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So, what are your thoughts on
Okay, so this one's a bit even in my opinion.
Okay.
So Hines, Cherry Evans, I think based on experience, Cherry Evans has that.
Right.
But I'm gonna go. It's split in half. I reckon Luai's got that against. Is it Dearden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we gotta close that. Rightio. So he has selected a New South Wales player. So the prop hooker props, you got Jake Trebojevic, Reece Robson and Payne Haas for New South Wales, Ruben Cotter, Ben Hunt and Lindsay Collins for Queensland.
I don't know who Ruben Cotter and Reece Robson are. Everyone else.
They both play for the Cowboys.
Okay. You can tell I don't watch this sport very much.
I know you don't watch this sport, but yeah.
I
do want to state, Payne Haas is from Woodbury. Next to Thornton, yeah. That's his junior club.
Oh, I do. Okay. I was a bit confused. Yeah, okay. Look, my mind kind of thought he plays for Brisbane. What's he doing on the New South Wales team? But I forgot. It's based on where you play your first game.
Rightio.
Yeah, I'm going to give it New South Wales here.
Right, now going to the second row, you've got Liam Martin and Angus Crichton for New South Wales, Jaden Sewer and Jeremiah Nanai for Queensland.
No, New South Wales still.
Any elaboration? All right, now you've got, for the locks, you've got Cameron McInnes and Patrick Carrigan.
Who?
Who's who?
Just either. Just who?
Carrigan plays for Brisbane.
Yeah.
McInnes plays for Cronulla.
Cronulla in decent form. So they're both in decent form. I'll give it to Queensland.
Okay. Now the bench. I feel like this is going to be crucial here. So you've got Isaiah Yeo, Hamal Olika R2, Spencer Leniu, and Hudson
Why
Young.
is Isaiah Yeo on in the interchange? I feel like he's performed better than that.
I think it's more so impact. But then you got, in retrospect, Queensland, you got Harry Grant, Mawika Fodawaker, Jermaine Hobgood, and Selwyn Cobbo on the bench. And Harry Grant usually starts.
Cobbo shouldn't be on the bench.
He should be starting. I reckon. I feel like
that's going to cost them tonight. In all honesty, I feel that's.
But could you see him potentially as making an impact, like as an impact substitute?
It depends. It depends on the tempo of the game when he comes on.
Yeah, that is fair.
If the game's too slow, he's not going to make an impact. But if the game's at a decent pace, then.
Well, there is talks about it potentially raining during the game, which could. I remember Fittler was early today.
Usually, quick players kind of have a struggle in the weather.
And I would say, I'd make the argument, I feel like Queensland have quicker players than New South Wales.
What's the kicking game looking like tonight? That's what I'm trying to think of. Because if the week, like, I mostly see Cobbo getting the ball in the air.
Yeah. We also got Coates as well who can get the ball up in the air as well.
If it's going to rain.
Toto does as well a bit.
Yeah, but if it's going to rain, how's that going to affect the kicking game tonight?
I mean, it will, at least.
I'll give it to Queensland.
Alright, he's got Queensland's better bench. So these are the reserves. I think the 18th man are pretty much just going to be locked as these two, Matt Burton and Felice Kafusi.
Sorry?
What?
Ezra Mann and Mitch Barnett in the reserves.
Yeah.
I can understand why Kafusi's in there because bro's not disciplined at all.
Do you think Ezra Mann and Barnett should be starting or in the squad?
I think at least in the interchange, not in the reserves.
Okay. So from what you've seen, do you think Burton should be starting?
Oh, yeah.
People are talking about Burton should have been the 5'8" over Luai, but...
He has been for the last few years, hasn't he? The last couple of years.
Not really. When Luai's been out, yes. Alright, so from this, who do you think will win this game?
(22-14) Queensland.
Rightio. 22-14 Queensland is the brothers' prediction.
Coates to score first.
Coates to score first. Okay. Player of the match.
That's a tough one. Honestly, I reckon it's going to go to a fullback tonight, so I reckon it'd probably go Reece Walsh.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much. And we'll see you. We'll see you around to see if he's right. I'll actually write it down somewhere. Do you have a?
No, I don't have a pen. Do you want to grab a pen?
I've got a. No, don't worry. I'll write it down on this board. So 22-14.
Yeah.
Who did you say first try scorer?
Coates to score first.
Coates. Man of the match, Walsh.
Yep. I still don't understand how Ezra Mann and Mitch Barnett are on the reserves.
Alright, sweet. Not gonna lie, I feel like you might be on for the score. To be fair, whether or not I think it would be that Queensland winning, I do think it's a good sort of lineup to say at the very least. Bosky, how you doing? The fuck the Blues. Yep, that's.
Also, no, let's not talk about the ticket prices.
I've already talked about the ticket pricing. Don't worry. I've already bitched about how terrible the ticket pricing is.
You're better off buying a membership to an NRL club than you are buying an Origin ticket.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, what did you say it was?
Like $70 is it's like $70 is the cheapest ticket, and that's for a restricted
It's
view.
cheaper for the grand final.
It was, yeah. It was
$60 for a bronze ticket.
Well, there you go.
Nah. Big corporations want their money.
Big corporations want their money. Ain't that the goddamn truth? So,
Do you want some apple pie really off topic? But
no, I'm right.
Do you want some?
We'll be back in a sec. Familiarise yourself actually with the Game 1 drinking rules. If you want to join, you can. If you don't, that is completely fine. Okay, rightio, we are now back. So, you better be behaving. So yeah, pretty much just run through basically. Sip for every offload, line break, and knock on. 2 sips for every one-on-one strip, and every mention of cane toads and cockroaches, which, not gonna lie, is kind of rare that we actually get a mention from it. I feel like it's more so you get the mention from it from Queensland for cane toads rather than New South Wales for cockroaches. So I think it's going to be... I should jump that up a bit higher though, shouldn't I? In complete fairness, because, like, let's face it, what's the actual, like, realistic... Yeah, you know what? We're going to update this to... we're going to update it to 3. I'm not a down your drink, but we're going to... I think that's sort of like a fair placement for it. But yeah, not going to lie, I actually don't believe Brandon's tip is that bad. I don't think it's a bad tip. 22-14. A close somewhat match, but... Queensland doing enough to hang on. Coach to score first. Not that shocking either. I don't blame him whatsoever for making those predictions. And obviously they're talking about this is going to be on tomorrow. It is Women's State of Origin. Yes, the Sky Blues hoping to clinch out their series in Newcastle, which couldn't get tickets to. Probably could have for a couple of weeks, but kind of messed around and found out. So I'm actually excited for that because surely, apparently sold out. Should be about 30,000. It'll break the women's Origin record, which was set in Game 1 by a couple of thousands. So. And it's Origin happening in Newcastle, which should have happened in 2020 if it wasn't people from Sydney coming up with COVID. Okay, time check. It is now 7:30. We're now 35 minutes away from kickoff. Was that a banner talking about... I swear that banner just said Nathan Cleary and Cameron Munster. Maybe they might be talking to him. Okay, coming into the votes, we have 6 votes now in the poll. New South Wales leading 4-2. Currently, I might need to check, actually. There is a poll in me channel area of, in the discussion area, actually. Let me, go somewhere around there and try to... Chat for some reason not working. They'll pop up at some point. But there we go. I don't know how much that might have picked it up because it is a mic that picks up a lot of noise. But yeah, I do think... Was that not for the soccer on NRL football? That's not gonna lie, kind of nuts. Just trying to see some other elements. I'm actually really interested to see how Selwyn Cobbo does go off the bench. I reckon if they play him right, the way that he should be played, I reckon he might actually be the reason Queensland win. So we did a poll in the channel area, in the community tab, sorry, that's the correct term, on who wins game 1. 47 votes, 62% saying New South Wales. So it's kind of pretty similar to the feeling in the poll now, like about an hour before the match starts. Or an hour, half an hour, something like that, because it's been pretty sort of similar. Dino Godzilla plays. What is up, my man? I guess I should state, got to do these reminders, unfortunately. There is no game footage that will be shown in this stream, unfortunately, purely because the NRL, in terms of copyright, they're starting to get a little bit more lenient when it comes to Origin. They do not mess about. But in the pinned comment is ways for people to watch the game for free. If I'm in Australia, you can create a 9Now account. If you're outside of Australia, you can create an NRL Watch account, which is where you can watch the NRL outside of Australia. I think it might be Australia and the Pacific, so that's sort of the type of clock and spiel there. And I'm so glad I didn't drink for every inbred, because oh god. I do think NRL is a bit inbreedy. To be fair, I do think AFL is the same. But I think I genuinely think it's State of Origin where they all properly come out. And I'm not trying to say either side's more inbred than the other. They're both inbred for all I care, in complete honesty. Oh, Nathan. So they got Nathan Cleary and Cameron Munster talking on the panel show, and he's actually it's pretty nice for him. He's been able to see his girlfriend Mary Fowler, and because Mary Fowler and the Matildas played at a core on Monday. I don't know. Real question though. Who owns more? I honestly reckon Mary Fowler, because of her brand deals with Adidas, Calvin Klein and stuff. I reckon she might be on more money than Cleary. Genuinely. I think it'd be actually quite close. I know, because Fowler's at Man City in the women's, the WS. It's not the WS. Is it? No, it is the WSL. I reckon it'd be quite close. We're a potato. But yes, Tommy did, and I think it's going to go pretty well. I just want it to be a nice, good, competitive match. I am born and raised in Newcastle, so that kind of shows where my allegiances lies. But it's not I'm not going to completely batter myself if New South Wales lose in that, because I'm not. I've got to be fair, if it was soccer though, I probably would care a whole lot about it. But it's it's a great spectacle. I do think they should kind of stop the rounds before then. Not going to lie, Nathan's chin is offside. Genuinely, I have to agree. Dino Godzilla, purely because if you've ever seen a side profile of Nathan Cleary, it is the fucking weirdest thing you will ever see. Sinclair comments. Oh, they're doing the actual player. Glenmore Park Brumbies. See if we get some local Hunter boys, because I am from the Hunter. Drew Blue Eyes St Mary's. Maitland beat him in the President's Cup. I think we got a couple Hunter boys. And here comes one of them, number 10, Payne Haas, Woodbury Warriors, just out near Maitland Way. Good to see a couple of young but of Hunter boys. Botany Rams, Cameron McInnes. Guildford Owls, yep. There we go, Hudson Young. There is another one, Greta Brankston. Okay, so the final lineups have come in for New South Wales. There will be Matt Burton as the 18th man. But besides from that, no lineup changes apart from that. Any changes to the Queensland coach, Billy Soda live. Okay, so that's coming soon, so... Hunter boys. The mark is working. Oh, interesting. The poll has taken a complete shift. It is now 60-40 in favour of Queensland to take out Game 1. That is interesting. It happened really quickly. That. Oh, that's right. We've got to play. Honestly, June this year, and obviously a bit of July as well, probably going to be like some of the best time for sport. You obviously got the NRL still going. You got Origin. Got a bit of an AFL and stuff. You've got the Olympics coming up. You've got the European Football Championships. Have to go, mate, and have dinner. No worries, mate. See you around. Don't feel any obligation of staying. But yeah, it's going to be very exciting time for sport. I probably shouldn't do that because apparently I've got a big gulp on me. I'm just going to mute myself quickly while I have some sustenance before the... the sacrifices that we have to do for content, nonetheless. But so if everybody wants to, I think we can. Let's actually let's try to put up a I'm gonna put up a So we're going to reveal this in 3, 2, 1. So we're going to be asking the question, what's your predictions for Game 1? So if anybody wants to put theirs, just put it in the comments below and we will read them out and review them. We've already heard from my brother, who doesn't really watch rugby league, in fairness. So he's going 22-14 to Queensland, Xavier Coates to score the first try, and Reece Walsh to get man of the match. So if you want to have your say, leave them in the comments. And we'll read them out and try to keep an eye on them. This is where you bring out the whiteboard. Hang on, hello? So we're going to reveal this in 3, 2, 1. He's going 22-14 to Queensland. Yeah, I think we're all good. It's a little bit weird. Just keep having these weird things sort of pop up in certain areas, but it's yeah, everything seems to be still going fine, but We really need to count this. We're now 25 minutes away, but we're gonna. We should actually go through quickly the Nope, that is not the thing we wanted. Yeah, we still got the vote, so just put in what your predictions are in the chat. This is what we were looking for. We're going to go through the drinking rules. We'll do this probably one more time. Probably just before the match. This is what we are going with. We're going with a sip for every offload, line break, and knock-on. 2 sips for a one-on-one strip. And 3 sips for every mention of cane toads or cockroaches. Paddy Mills. Paddy Mills, a Torres Strait Islander man. They're really trying to get this Olympic things like over because you got like Paddy Mills and Steve Waugh. Obviously 2 sportsmen from sports. It's a very exciting Queensland's got. I think probably pound to pound Queensland's probably got the better team. It's just pretty good. Pretty good. What can you say? Need to remember to swallow before I gulp. Yeah, we haven't muted that, so... Steve Renoff is favourite player for Paddy Mills. Honestly, valid as hell. Renoff's an absolute beauty, though, to be fair. A genuinely solid player for Queensland as well. Proper legend in that. Okay, so if we're going to refresh the community poll, because I put this up a couple of days ago and it was featuring I think it was like a 63% possession in favour of Queenslanders. We close the door to keep the riffraff and the animals out. Currently, as it stands, okay, still 47 votes, so nothing has changed there. 13 votes now currently in for the poll, and it's, again, Queensland stretching out further. It's a 62% majority going for Queensland to pretty much have sole advantage of the series because they just have to win one more game afterwards. I mean, they don't even have to win game 2. They can just go to game 3 in Suncorp. But yeah, it is a beautiful thing. Here we go, the Queensland team. Reece Walsh, Narang Roosters. Terracoats, Currumbin Eagles. 3 Valentine Holmes, Western Lions. Oh yeah. Tobias Fado, the Cairns Kangaroos. A lot of Northern players. Tulagi, Townsville Blackhawks, another one. Another Brothers Mackay, another Northern. Is like all the Queensland team essentially just from the north. Ben Hunt, Blackwater Crushers. He's a good player. Reece Walsh. Not Reece. Yeah, Reece Walsh is a good player, but also about Ben Hunt. Cairns Kangaroos. Yeah, a lot of North Queensland representation. To be fair, I don't really know where the rest of the other places. I only know the locations that I sort of know. Harvey Bay Seagulls, that's Southern Queensland. Cobbo, I think, is the danger man for Queensland coming off the bench. I think he's going to be a mainstay, a major threat for New South Wales because as much as we got like the forward impact off the bench, we don't really have the back. Yep. So in terms of the lineup, no changes have been made. And number 18 is Felice Kafusi, so no real shocks there, to say the very least. 15 votes now, and it's 10 votes to 5 now. It's starting to get a bit lopsided here. All the Queenslanders are coming down the Pacific Highway to completely change the poll, which is very exciting to see. What I gotta do is I'm gonna... Shouldn't be doing that, my back is knackered. Billy Slater being coach of Queensland, I mean, you talk about a dominant Origin player, I mean, Billy Slater is up there, probably one of the... I'd say probably the greatest fullback in the NRL era. I don't know if that's controversial. I doubt it. I doubt it's controversial. I think the people that only would complain about it are idiots, essentially, but yeah. $16 votes. I think that's another one now for that's another vote now coming in for New South Wales. So 62% now in the majority for Queensland to take game 1 out. I'm just excited. So they're talking about the sports bet top markets. Left center tries. There has been one that has scored in a left center has scored in every single. A left centre for each team has scored in every single game from last season. He's gone with the multi. New South Wales 1 to 12. Crichton anytime try score for $8. That is not too bad if you're going to bet for Queensland. Queensland 1 to 12. Mister to over anytime try score $7.50. That is a good market. That is a good market, to say the very least. They've got Lane Beachley, a 7-time surfing world champion, giving the ball out to the middle of the park. It's imagine having Beachley as a yep. Yeah, she's right. Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, it's that I'm actually just realizing it doesn't make that much sense, actually. Yeah, there we go. So we're just trying to... So just going through certain aspects now. Just going to make some changes quickly. Because I just realised I had the ads on a weird setting for the for this stream, and I'm just going to fix that up quickly. No, okay, so it's solid. Okay, sweet. What's for It is actually a good dinner. Well, currently I've got a, well, for me, I'm not, because I'm not done, I Godzilla plays. I've just got chicken and potatoes, just boy dinner, essentially, is what I've got. Is essentially really just the play. We shouldn't be too far away now. We're just about 15 minutes away from kickoff, so we can put that one away. And I'm excited. This is an exciting time. Let me make some change. Let me just keep making changes because I've just realized this setting that I have on for the ads for this stream, because I think I have it as like, let YouTube decide where you put the ads, and it can get quite annoying from what I've heard. So I'm just going to take manual control of that. So just another reminder that no game footage will be shown of this match, purely because of NRL copyright. There is a pinned message on how you can watch the game for free if you want to do that. So that's just where you've got to go to do that, I suppose. Okay, let's just change this quickly, just before at least the game starts. There we go, the hottest ticket in town. The most expensive ticket in town. Not going to be wrong there. Cabish, g'day from Bronx Nation. Just putting that in there. So I think they're just getting cameras in from the... Is that the Coxton? Yep, that's pretty inbred. We should have we need to have an inbred meet. Here we go. Paul Gallen holding up the shield that he won like once. Just came in to say New South Wales suck and they will never get it, and it's never get what though? What are they talking about? What are they talking about? What are they not getting? We don't know. 20 votes now coming in, 60-40 majority in favour of Queensland. So it's kind of pretty much similar as to what it was. Yeah, I think it's sort of up 22 now votes. Now the votes are starting to come in now. Of trying to change it. But yeah, both teams sort of getting close to coming out in the field. It's the rain seems to have held out here, so the prayers of what's his name? Brad Fittler weren't answered, because I was doing radio work early in this morning. So you don't even know what it is, Queensland on top, or I just do not care. And I'm forcing you to engage. You fell for one of the classic blunders. You fucking fell for it. Antonio Conte returns to management with job in series. Also, how do you know I support New South Wales? I could be a Queenslander and you've just went off at me for no reason, so maybe I don't get it. So Queensland may not get it. There are levels to this. Levels upon levels upon levels. But yeah, we shouldn't be too far away now, because you're a Novocastrian. Oh shit. Oh shit, someone knows me. Whoops. I've watched your vids before. Oh shit, he did. Oh shit, he did his research. Fuck. Nah, fair play. But it's alright. New South Wales lose, I don't care for Origin. If New South Wales win, I care. I care. That's just how I am. I'm just a pure observant. In all honesty, I can actually sit back and enjoy this because no Knights players are in this, so they can't get injured. So that's all I'm happy about when it comes to Origin, and I hope both teams have fun. There's a fan vote result currently in from Yui that's come in before the match. 56% in favour of Queensland to take the win. If we go to our poll, 61% in favour of Queensland. Yeah, so pretty similar. They've just put a countdown on, so we're in the final 10 minutes away from kickoff. I saw there's like a dash which is meant to separate the the sort of like the numbers and stuff, and it looked like, what am I doing? I just saw the replay of that, but and it looked like, I said like 100 hours, and I'm like, oh, we started the stream early, didn't we? But no, fair play to Capish for the he did his research. Look at me making baseless accusations. And I got done. Fair play. We're still going with this poll. The poll is actually starting to get like some pretty 24 votes, 62% in favour of Queensland getting the win. Just want to put another warning out to people that no game footage will be shown tonight. Because of copyright, if you look at the pinned comment, you will find ways of being able to watch it. Other options, Twitch, Rumble. There should be some streamers on there who show the match, so you can go there if you want to, and that's completely fair enough. Because I know I'm trying to find ways to watch State of Origins, a hot commodity on this website. It's a bit of an arms race. But yeah, so pretty much we're just getting down the time. Remember, the worst thing that could possibly happen is dead air. You don't want that, and I've done that numerous times of having dead air. But we'll just go quickly through the lineups one last time before. Well, scared the daylights out of me. So here we go. We'll go straight through quickly with the lineups. From 85, so you got with the fullbacks, you got James Tedesco and Reece Walsh. Wingers are Brian To'o and Zach Lomax for New South Wales, with Xavier Coates and Murray Talagi for Queensland. Stephen Crichton and Joseph Akuso Suala'i for the centres for New South Wales. Valentine Holmes and Hamiso Tuwaifodo as the centres for Queensland. Jerome Luai and Nico Hines as the playmakers for New South Wales. Tom Dearden and Daly Cherry Evans as the playmakers for Queensland. The forwards, prop hooker prop for New South Wales, Jake Trbojevic, Reece Robson and Payne Haas. Prop hooker prop for Queensland is Ruben Cotter, Ben Hunt and Lindsay Collins. Liam Martin, Angus Crichton are the second rowers for New South Wales. Jaden Sewer and Jeremiah Nanai are the second rowers for Queensland. Cameron McInnes is the lock for New South Wales, while Patrick Carrigan is the lock for Queensland. Interchange consists of Isaiah Yeo, Halmole Olika Artu, Spencer Leniu and Hudson Young for New South Wales, Harry Grant, Mawika Fodawaker, Jermaine Hopgood and Selwyn Cobbo for Queensland, and the 18th man replacements are Matt Byrne for New South Wales and Felice Kafusi for Queensland. Got that sorted in tip-top shape. Boom, the transition. Smooth and suave. So we're just getting very close now to the actual kickoff of the match. You got 5 minutes. But yeah, but pretty much, yeah, we've just got 5 minutes to go. 8 o'clock first hour of Origin football is upon us, and it's exciting. I just realised it just wiggles. The swimming... I've actually made a broadcast event for the swimming trials. Okay, here we go. We're getting ready now for Origin. No game footage will be shown, but we're getting close to the start. The Blues team are marching out. Oh, that's right. They're marching from the Centre of Excellence to a core stand because for some reason New South Wales decided to make it a pretty interesting tradition to decide to walk fucking kilometres to actually get to the stadium. Queensland looking to go three in a row in the series as Felice Kafusi, man, he really needs to go to Turkey. New South Wales really doing this long hour walk. I don't mind it as like a visual, but like surely you do it as like a pre-recorded thing because sure they're just going to bugger the ever-loving piss out of the team. Jake Trbojevic walking out there leading the boys in blue. But Daly Cherry Evans, this is his 17th match as Queensland captain. He's done this walk many a time, but he's just got a very young team with just absolute just might and power. You got probably one of the greatest captains in Origin history, a veteran who's someone you really need. And Queensland will walk out to a traditional New South Wales welcome. Yeah, the crowd is somewhat vocal, and Lindsay Collins is like hyping himself. Yeah, let's go. Well, yeah, because Collins plays for the Roosters, so technically there'd be a lot of his own supporters in there. But and now after the 5-kilometre walk from the Centre of Excellence, New South Wales are set to come out of the alternative tunnel. But here we go, the Queensland team now lining up and now just waiting for New South Wales to come out onto the field. After their massive walk as lightning and thunder start to wrap around the east coast of New South Wales. Jake Trbojevic in his first match as captain for the Blues. Coming out to enter Sandman of all team. Bonded by blue by the star. Yes, I love gambling. Oh, we got to get the drink out actually. So New South Wales are now walking out. They're going to do the anthem, glockenspiel, and then we get into footy. I've gone for tonight's match. I've gone with some apple juice. Whatever's actually in it doesn't really matter. But coming out to Metallica is really gonna... It gets into your system. Okay, so this is going to be just quickly what the drinking game will insist of. 1 sip for every offload, line break and knock on. 2 sips for a one-on-one strip. And 3 sips for every mention of cane toads and or cockroaches. Hello, Riley Hunter and Darbs, how are we doing? And now we're getting ready for the national anthem. Hello, Rowie P. Oh, welcome to country. I was wondering what she was doing. Big up the man, Dem. You could get it. It's like, I do like how you waited for it to hear the age before you actually said anything, Bradley. Or Dub, sorry. I'm just guessing names. I think they'll probably do the same thing for tomorrow's match, for the Wabakal people. I didn't. You're lucky, mate. They did this in Queensland, they'd say go Maroons. But that's just impartial. Impartialness is really just the big factor. Yes, this is how we hype it up for Origin. A bloke with a guitar. Fucking come on. I love guitar. I love a guitar. Found her Insta. Bloody hell. So, oh my god, the poll has actually become a lot more even. 53% for Queensland, 47% for New South Wales. I don't mind people who like the singers of the anthem, but surely you'd make it a bit more like hype. I'm not calling for like a dubstep remix. Oh, piss off. You bloke tried to get himself over there. Folk Australian anthem folk remix. Honestly. Right, there we go. We're going to end the poll in 3, 2, 2 and a 1.5, 1, 0. Don't you... Did I just say Siri me and it just locked off? Okay, we're going to end the poll there. And it is going to be 53% in favour of Queensland. Pretty close and kind of how we expected it, to be completely honest. But yeah, no footage will be showing, unfortunately. And also, this stream might be a little bit behind because it is 9 now and not just Channel 9 on TV. So, if there is a little bit of a delay, then that's probably why. This is why this will probably be quicker than when I say anything. But here we go. Oh, who's excited? Can we get dubs in the chat, please? Why am I saying that? Oh, that's cringe. That's some cringe right there. New South Wales set to kick off. They're going to be running screen left. Queensland will get first possession of the ball. Here's to Origin. 2, 1, and we are underway for Game 1 of State of Origin. Cherry Evans with the kick, and that is taken by Lindsay Collins. I mean, from the way he was getting hyped up, it's not surprising that he was the person who was going to be taking. Now Carrigan gets brought down to the second tackle on the 20-metre line. So New South Wales chance starts to go around the stadium, as that was Nanai who got brought down. Now Cotter. Go up the guts. Now Queensland are being held back to the 30 here for the fourth tackle. And they're going to go for an early kick here, as the kicker gets absolutely swamped. And here comes Tedesco. A decent cheer actually for Tedesco as he gets the ball and he gets brought down on the 25 for the first tackle for New South Wales. Just fight each other, please. So can the scoreboard be updated? There we go. To be fair, just about so it's about about 20 or 30 seconds behind. So New South Wales now getting up to halfway for the fourth tackle. It was a very good run from Tedesco for the first bit of the ball. And the ball's time to let the ball play. And here comes Payne Haas. Tries to go up the guts, but he will get into Queensland's half. This will be the last tackle for the Blues. And there's the kick from Luai. It's going to go straight to Reece Walsh. And Walsh whips and Nico brings him down on the 10 for the first tackle for Queensland. Now Holmes. He brought down in the 15. That's McInnes getting a tackle there. And Queensland, Jake Trbojevic laying into him there. So Queensland being kind of held back at the moment. This is the 4th tackle and they're only at the 30. But New South Wales need to be careful because Queensland can play quickly and it can draw set restarts and penalties. Carrigan going up the guts and will get brought down just shy of the 40. And this will be the last tackle for Queensland. They'll spread it out to the right and it'll be Cherry Evans with the kick. And it's going to be taken by, I believe that's Tedesco. Oh! Tedesco lifted up and tossed by Tablai-Fado, and that's going to be a penalty to New South Wales. But yeah, it's a bit of an interesting tackle method there by Tablai-Fado. The kind of using Tedesco's method against him to lift him up and dump him, and it's not a sin bin straight away. And Joseph Suaalii and Dearden gets sent backwards here. So first tackle now 40 out for the Blues. And that's Jake Trbojevic now brought down. Similar positioning for the second tackle. And the Blues are spreading it out to the left as that's Payne Haas. 30 out now. Third tackle for the Blues. They'll spread into the middle now. Hines to Tedesco. Tedesco trying to break the line, but will get brought down 20 metres away from the try line now for the 4th tackle. And now pass to Hines. Bit of a flat ball there to Trbojevic now. 10 metres out. Last tackle for the Blues. The Blues will spread it to the left. Nico with the grubber. And the ball will get bobbled. It's going to be a 20-minute restart, but Blues fans are calling for Hines to for getting potentially brought off the ball. And here comes the first of the 7 tackles set now for Queensland. And hopefully that will be able to get Queensland into the Blues half for the first time this match. As that's the first tackle there, as that's Xavier Coates. Inside of the 40. Here comes a fast run from Holmes now, right under halfway. And this is where Queensland could kill the Blues in this matchup. The quick play of the ball. 40 metres out, third tackle. Queensland spreading it out to the left, and that is Jeremiah Nanai. 30 metres away now, 4th tackle. Queensland spreading up to the left. It's a bit of a big gap on that left-hand side for the Blues, as that's Nanai almost breaking through there. Now last tackle for Queensland. Cherry Evans goes down the short side, tries to get an offload, and just like that, Queensland have gone over. Ben Hunt getting the first try. And it's just like that. Queensland first bit of the ball inside of the 10, and that's just the expert there of Cherry Evans just going down the inside where the Blues were trying to really track back, and yeah, it's pretty good. And an offload there straight to Ben Hunt, and that's just too easy, really. That's just experience. Hunt almost lost it, but he was able to hold on to it, to be fair. So Queensland getting the first try of Game 1, and it is going to be Ben Hunt. Yep. Jesus Christ, Darren Lockyer's voice is worse. I get he's older, but like, come on, mate. I actually have a lozenge, for God's sake. There we go, 4-0 to Queensland. It's just good footy. That's just experience. Was there a line break in that? No one-on-one strips. No knock-on. No. That was, I think, I'll sit for the line break. The kick from Holmes from the 20. Nicely hit, and there we go. 6-0 to Queensland. Couldn't really get a more perfect start than that, in complete honesty. What do I put as the place your bets? We're just going to have a quick look here. Offload line... Okay, so yeah, there is a couple. There's about 1 or 2 offloads in that, so I need to remember the offloads, so... And there we go. New South Wales kick off to restart the game. And just up the guts. And this is pretty much the start Queensland would have wanted. And honestly, if they just keep going with this, they could just choke out New South Wales from the match. And there's the run there from Coates. He gets brought down inside of the 30 for the second tackle. Now to Cotter. Gets brought down on the 30 for Queensland. The Queensland are going to spread it now to the left-hand side. Oh my God! But here's a breakthrough here. Hammer is through. And Tedesco's getting wrapped up. But Reece Walsh just got murdered. Reece Walsh, he's gone. Reece Walsh actually just got killed. And Queensland now, last tackle 10 metres out. But is Reece Walsh actually alive? Queensland now with the ball. They're going to fling it out into the middle, and the pass is going to go bobbling out to the 30. And it's a set restart for Queensland. They need to review this, but they can't go back and an entire... Can they? But yeah, they're stopping. But Reece Walsh just got knocked out. Let's have a look. Oh, shit. Not only is his head, like, whipped into Suolii's shoulder, his head's hit the back of the ground. He's gone. The problem is, though, is, like, in slow motion, it does look late, but could Suolii be in the bin? But, yeah, there's no way Reece Walsh is coming back into that. Here we go. What's happening here? It's going to be a shoulder charge here. Sent off? Wow. Wow. So Joseph Suolii has been sent off. Bro. We might as well just end the stream here and say, well done, Queensland, you've won, because... a send-off. And you're going to go back... Hang on. They're going to go back to the penalty. A whole set just played. And now Reece Walsh is back up and healthy. But yeah, he's no longer playing the game. But it's... He's slipping and he's like... But Reece Walsh was slipping and it's like Suolii can't stop. Like... Bro... But yeah, Reece Walsh is done for the game. But yep, there we go. New South Wales down to 12 for the rest of the game. And they're just going to forget about an entire set that's just happened. Well, that's just, that's won Queensland the game 1. Well, now, if any momentum that Queensland's now got now has just been set into turbo drive because it's definitely a send-off, but like and that is also a factor as well, bringing in the 18th man. Potentially about the 18th man. I think it's got to be another player's got to come up. But here we go. Selwyn Cobbo now at fullback. And now it's a penalty to Queensland. 30 minutes out. And it's like... And Queensland are going for the 2. Are you taking the... What is this game? Are Queensland actually going for the 2 here? Surely not. I don't know. I guarantee there's going to be all the comments are all going to pretty much be on like social media. It's like, oh, it's State of Origin, and like they put the advertisement up for all these big hits, but then one of these big hits actually happens, and then they obviously send. I don't know about that, man. But Queensland going for the 2 there, I think that's a little bit silly. Like, New South Wales are completely now under the pump. But there we go, Joseph Suaalii, and it's sent off for the rest of the match. And when's the last time a send-off's even happened in Origin? Like, genuinely, I actually can't remember. And there's the conversion. It's successful. It's 8-0 to Queensland, but so Reece Walsh has been ruled out for the game. No, I'm not really that shocked. But Walsh is slipping. That's the thing. Reece Walsh is slipping over. If he held...
I'm having a good start.
Mate, Reece Walsh was slipping over.
That's not...
It's a send-off. There's nothing you can do.
But like at Origin level, what's your opinion? Like,
I don't know,
it's
just...
the 6th send-off in history.
6th send-off. When was the last one? Because it's been ages, surely.
That's some fucking hit, though.
Oh. I know for a fact the NRL are going to be using that all in their advertisement, but it's like, oh yeah, and what happened to him? He got sent off.
Well, at least we have get
but it's alright, Queensland are still the underdogs. We have to admit that. Queensland are still underdogs.
Man, so that helps, I guess.
That was interesting. That's gonna be an interesting call. There's gonna be a lot of arguments about that. Because there's timing of like, oh, Suaalii didn't have time to adjust his body. Reece Walsh was slipping. It's only by 8 and it's 11 minutes, but I do feel like New South Wales are in shock. I think this is Lomax's first possession of the ball here, so we're now 11 minutes gone. But yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. It's mental stuff for Origin. New South Wales getting a set restart now, so 50 metres out. And the thing is, though, in terms of like a send-off like this, it does give the team time to sort of adapt. I don't know if that's probably the same thing for rugby. If I know for soccer, if you get like a player sent off, you'd rather have it early on in the game so you can sort of adapt. So Payne Haas now running up the guts here. 4th tackle. They're 20 metres out from the try line. They're going to spread it out to the right as Jake Trbojevic tries to go up the guts. Now 10 metres out. Last tackle for the Blues. Off to Nico. Nico with the kick. And that's going to be a knock-on by Queensland. And now it's a full set of 6 now coming up for the Blues on 10 metre. They need to score here. They need to get the points when they can get it. Is it starting to rain? No, I don't think so. Okay, here we go. 10 metres out now. Scrum feed. Full set of 6 now for the Blues. They'll send it out to the right, and it's not really going to do much with that. Nico Hines get held up at the 10. We've already skipped about a couple of tackles. It's now the 3rd tackle. Haas is about 5 metres away from the ball. Half the Queensland players are off their line. That's surely got to be a set restart, I think. Fourth tackle now for the Blues. 10 metres out still. Blues go to the left-hand side. Crichton just short of the line now. Last tackle. Out to the short left-hand side. Luai. Luai with a grubber. And it's Tedesco. And New South Wales take the opportunity, and it's going to be from right in front, so it's going to be 6-8. And there we go. New South Wales get a very close try afterwards. I don't get why Queensland actually went for the 2 there. I'm still actually really confused as why they went for the 2. So there we go. Tedesco going over, and now all the Roosters fans on social media will now have validation. It's like, oh, Edwards wouldn't make that. But there we go. And there we go. Try confirmed, and there we go. Tedesco. Oh, shot over the face by Collins there to his teammate. That try's going to do so much for the Blues' confidence there. But there was actually a knock on. And a line back with Tabuai-Fidow. Don't think there's been any more offloads. And Hines make it 6-8. There we go. The kickers gone over. 15 minutes gone. A chaotic 15 minutes of the half. That's... So much has happened. I actually can't just believe that. And there we go, 6-8 now. Queensland with the kickoff. And here comes Payne Haas running from almost the back fence, and he'll get straight to the 10, but he's going to get pushed back a little bit. And there's the number 9 there, Reece Robson, getting up to the 20 for the second tackle. Now McInnes is just hitting speed move. He's spun off 2 players there. Now they're past the 30. And New South Wales are getting some metres here. 4th tackle. They're just shy of halfway. And Hines now with the early kick. And now Tabuai-Fidow gets the ball, and he'll get wrapped up on the 25 for the first tackle. It's going to be interesting to see what social media will be saying about those types of games. But yeah, completely and utterly shocked from that. Play the ball. 4th tackle now for Queensland. They're going to try to spread it out to the right. And Valentine Holmes will get wrapped up. Spreading it out to the right now. Last tackle. There's Ben Hunt with the kick. There's going to be some pressure. Good tackle there by Cobbo to stop any runs from Lomax. And now Tedesco. Getting the budgies out. On the 25 now for the Blues for the second. And they'll try to keep going again. It's Lomax again. Lomax getting some metres. Now to the left. As Crichton will get to the 40 for the 4th tackle. The Blues will spread it out to the left again. 45 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle. And there's the kick there by Nico Hines. So that's the number 5 of Murray Talagi. Gets brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. And there's the Third tackle now here for Queensland. They just spread it. Carrigan running up the guts again now. Fourth tackle, just shy of halfway. Spreading it to the left. An offload there. Cobbo gets a pass out to Talagi. And Talagi's got a massive amount of support with him. And surely that's forward. Tabuai has scored. I don't know, I just looked forward there. But I feel like surely it would have made more sense to pass. I think it was to Dearden. I swear like Hammer was offside there. I just want to probably have a check of this. Looks flat. The problem is, and the thing is, they've awarded the try, so they can't look at a forward pass. And try confirmed. I'd like to have an actual side-on angle of that, because I don't know if it looked forward or not. Six tries and 5 Origin matches for Hamiso Tabuai. He's just been crucial for Queensland here. I think it's flat, but I think you can make the argument for it looking potentially forward. But I think it's fine. Because they're you got to give it to them. They're the underdogs. And now Valentine Holmes now with the conversion from the 20, and it's successful. 14 points to 6 to Queensland. 20 gone. I do actually want to go onto social media to see what people are thinking about that hit, because it's gonna be interesting, because I feel like a lot of people are gonna have a lot of thoughts about that one. Here we go. There's more comments than reactions, so I feel like that is it's gonna be interesting. Let's have a look. Absolutely disgusting decision. As soon as he was a point, I knew Klein would do this level. Best to ruin the game. Game over. Fair hit play on. What a debut. That's true. Rather see Walsh flatten the New South Wales win any day of the week. That is fair. Rugby League is officially finished. This is what's going to happen. Send a New South Wales win. I feel like New South Wales just won. A lot of people do not like that. People saying game's gone soft. Magic sack. New coach puts Burton 3 and RP 9. I'll go for new again. What? Correct decision. Should never have selected that rugby union mercenary. It's like... Basically, it's just people whinging. Essentially. Not really that shocking, but... Yeah, so I think it's kind of fair. Like, from the call, and it's like... The question is, though, is... In terms of for Queenslanders, if this was the other way around, would they be saying the game's gone soft? I don't know. Queensland putting it out... New South Wales putting it out to the left... And Cobbo's now getting down to the run of it. Second tackle for Queensland, just on their 30, and that's Talagi now getting a run, and this is pretty much all it's going to be, and it's like now New South Wales just conceding like straight after that try. They're going to be in a lot of prop worry. A 40-20 attempt here from Queensland. Tedesco getting the ball. And Tedesco getting up to the 20. was taken aback though from the. Queensland are just getting some good stops here at the moment. Haas. And the problem is, though, is like New South Wales don't really have anyone on their bench that can really make any attacks now to like replace Suoli'i. Just trying to think of who they could actually have. Good tackle there by Talagi to stop that potential line break attack. Last sack of the Blues just shy of the 40 on Queensland's half. Now Queensland are getting to the ball, they're getting third to the 30. Not going to lie, I'm still annoyed Queensland went for the 2. Here's another line break here. Oh, Cobbo with the... Oh, there we go. It's 4-on-1. And Hammer has scored again. This is just going to turn into a bloodbath. This is this is not good. Do I bother continuing? I think it's fairly safe to know what's going to happen. Queensland have won this game. Just running up the gun. It's Cobbo. And I said he was going to be key for them to winning this match. And he's pretty much set up 2 tries straight away. So it's now 18 points to 6 as the stream has stopped. You know what? I'm going to do something here. I'm going to call it now. Congratulations for Queensland for winning game 1 because I felt like probably 50 is going to be put on the New South Wales at this point. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. And